Alright, Shalom. I just want to make a, just a quick, just a quick, just some quick knowledge. Uh, that's what I'm gonna name it, GMS. Just quick knowledge. Uh, this is, or just, that's not even knowledge. Just, just to make a point that, America's Babylon still. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 41. Now, if we read the whole chapter of Jeremiah 51, it's basically talking about, from 51 down to 18, it's talking about, Babylon. Then it skips, and it gets back from 25 all the way on down to the, basically to the end. Basically to the end. And the key point when I was reading, the key point was Jeremiah 51 and 41. It says, "How is Shishak taken, and how is the praise of the whole earth surprised? How has Babylon become an astonishment among the nations?" Now, when you go and look up this word, when you go and look up this word Shishak, it says Shishak, thy fine linen, another name for Babylon, apparently taken from the goddess Shak. Now, I'm gonna post a picture of what this bitch looked like, and if you go and look at this bitch, uh, 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 you see how she got the people carrying her clothes and whatnot, and one of the one of the Babylon was big on woman worship. Now there was this book that one of the brothers was reading last camp called "The Two Babylons" by Alexander Hislop. It said basically it's talking about how you got pictures. Basically, you always had these pictures of different nations with the mother and the child, and each nation, starting from Babylon, even the Egyptians, they had always had the mother of the child, which represents Semiramis and Tammuz. Well, of course, when you got different, once it gets passed on to different nations, they always change the name to whatever their name is. Their tongue, if you will. Just like the dude Don Marquise, the Illuminatus, who's like, all these guys are the same guys. It's still Semiramis and Tammuz, but wherever you go at, it's a different name for. But it's a different name, same person. All right. So as it says right here, it says, "From Babylon, this worship of the mother and the child spread to the ends of the earth. In Egypt, the mother and the child were worshipped under the names of Isis and Osiris." That was the mother and the child. That's what they were named in Egypt, Isis and Osiris. In India, even to this day, is Isis and Iswara. In Asia, in Sabel and Diois, whatever. In pagan Rome, as Fortuna and Jupiter Prior, or Jupiter the boy. In Greece, as Ceres, the great mother, with the babe at her breast, or as Irene, the goddess of peace, with the boy Pluto's in her arms. And even in Tibet, in China, and Japan, the Jesuit missionaries were astonished to find the counterpart of Madonna, alright, and her child as devoutly worshipped as in Papal Rome itself. Xingmu, the Holy Mother in China, being represented with child in her arms, and they glory around her, exactly as if a Roman Catholic artist had been employed to set her up. Which basically exactly what happened, man. Exactly what exactly what happened. All right, the second part. Uh, what's this? It says the Greek Belus, as representing the highest title of the Babylonian god, was undoubtedly Baal, which means when you go into blue letter means Baal means the Lord. Uh, Beltis, therefore, is the title of the female divinity, is equivalent to Baalti, which in English is my lady, in Latin, mia domina, and in Italian, Italina, is corrupted into the well-known Madonna. That's how you say my lady. In Latin is mia domina, in English is my lady, but in Italian is Madonna. When you go into online etymology and you just type in my lady, what pops up? Up, look at that. Madonna, Italian lady. Latin, domina. See, that's where you get the word dame from. Alright? My lady from my, Donna lady, my lady. Ma, Donna. Alright? Uh, in connection with this, it may be in the Italian, in connection with this, it may be observed that the name of Juno, the classical queen of heaven, which in Greek was Hera, also signified the lady, and the peculiar title of Cybele or Rhea at Rome was Domina or the lady. Further, there is a strong reason to believe that Athena, the well-known name of Minerva at Athens, had the very same meaning. The Hebrew Adon, the Lord, like in the Hebrew, the word for Lord in the Hebrew is Adawan, and is with the points pronounced Athan. All right. Now, the picture that I showing of this bitch. All right. when you when you go to this bitch had a what links up Esau with Babylon is Psalms 137 and one Psalm 137 and 7 and 8. It says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom." You know, this is King David speaking in the days of Jerusalem, who said, "Race it, race it." What's the word? Race it, race it is ra, which means destroy. So it says, "Oh, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, and even to the foundation thereof." Then he jumps right on point and says, "O daughter of Babylon," man. You know, when King David was writing these things, I mean, he was probably pissed off. Because I was pissed off when I kind of, I was thinking about writing it, "O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed." You know, and it's like you write, King David was writing like a hate, a kill, like I want to kill this bitch letter. You know, like like a lash will. You know, you writing it, you write it down. "O daughter of Babylon, daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us." You know, because King, well, I'm gonna say King David, elder King Marshall, those can receive it, was here. You know, he said, "Happy shall he be that rewardeth. Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone." It was like a hate letter to this bitch. That's what I felt like when I was reading, thinking about it. You know, he was in the spirit, man. You know, because that's exactly what we're gonna do to these Edomites, man. You know, but that's how you link up Esau with Babylon, man. And when you go, and this is a clip, Madonna at his fucking halftime show, and look at the ritual, man. This is what they were doing. This is this bitch, Shishak, well, as it represents now as Madonna, you know. And this is when you watch this video, you can kind of put yourself in like a backflash of how it was back then, man. See this bullshit? They carrying this bitch just like they were carrying it in the picture, man. Just like they were doing in Persia in the movie 300, and they were carrying what's the nigga name? Darius, or Xerxes, my bad, Xerxes. But as you can see, just like in ancient Babylon, they're doing it in this Babylon. The worship of the damn woman. It's Madonna, which represents Shishak. But they still worship with a woman, man. You know, you can just tell this is Babylon, man. Just look at the goddamn ritual, man. Look at this, look at this shit. Look at this faggot, man. Who the fuck he got on, man? First of all, that's blasphemy, number one. With the harp and the wings, that's blasphemy. She got that fucking crown on her head. Alright, but you see how they got the woman worship, man. You know, that was the key point I wanted to make. You know, in Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 41, man. And hope you brothers caught that. Shalom.